Hello, I am Louv, and the importance during this time where we are in a position where we have the opportunity to really take care of ourselves, to really nurture ourselves, and do the things that we haven't had the chance to do. Something very important that I want to focus on that a lot of people are not really talking about in a sense. There's so much talk and chatter about creating opportunities, business opportunities, things of that sort, creating other streams of income. And those things are great, of course. However, with the alignment of the planet and how everything is manifesting with Mother Earth healing, with Father Son healing, with all these things that are happening around us, it's more so important to rest, to really relax, rest, and allow yourself to really process what's going on. Now, I'm not going to get into the politics of it all because what we're doing is we're going to quantum leap. The importance of during in the midst of situations, whatever they may be, and in particular, we're talking about a situation that puts a lot of fear out there. It's important to ignore your reality, to quantum leap in your present into the future. When I say that, I mean when you're relaxing, when you're taking the time to meditate and really healing, you're going to be able to really clear your mind and clear the tabs of sort. You'll be able to really process what it is that's going on currently and take yourself out of that fear state, because if you are someone that has been aware of what's going on in the media, you know that right now is a time that is surrounded about a lot of unknown and fear. So I challenge you to narrate your own life. Make sure that you're drinking a lot of water, and make sure that you're able to really focus in what it is that you do want in your current reality. Your life does not have to be about uncertainty, and we do not have to allow politics to put us in the mind frame of the mind frame of struggle, or feeling like something imminent negative will happen. We have the opportunity and we have the power, if we're aware of it, to transmute whatever is that's going on. Now, me personally, I have those around meters. We have children, we have two sons, and of course they have a lot of questions. Instead of ignoring them and shushing children, answer them. Give them a very concise, make sure you really look into what it is you're going to answer, but definitely answer them, indulge them, and then transmute it into something else positive. Take the fear out of reality. Your reality can be heaven on earth even during this time, especially during this time, because a lot of people are in positions where you're not allowed to work, but you're still provided for. Focus on the things that you're grateful for during this time. You're grateful for shelter. You're grateful for having food. You're grateful for having all the resources that you can think of, and you're grateful for being provided for even before you ask. When you put yourself in the momentum of gratitude, things start really manifesting in your life, and you can really embark on having that heaven on earth, as I speak of. And that's definitely what I want to focus on when it comes to infusing magic into our lives on a daily basis. And so I like to journal often about the things that really resonate in my mind and my spirit. And in an effort to really bring enlightenment to ladies, to young women, to females in general, which is my niche group. I think that it's important that we begin to honor ourselves with time alone. During this time, especially, we're not in a position where children are, can be sent away to other people. Now, that has never really been my situation because it's just myself and my husband. This is our village. And so, for those that aren't really accustomed to being around your children a lot, this is an opportune time to really pick their brains. It's an opportune time to observe them and really nurture them and get to really build a relationship with your children, a different type of relationship. Because if you're a couple, if you're a parent that you're outside of the house a lot, there are separate lives that you guys pretty much have had between yourself and your children. So it's a great time to really build those bonds and allow your children into your spiritual practice, because that's how they in turn begin to have that in their own life. And we need that. We cannot separate ourselves from spirituality. It's very important. And regardless if churches are closed, churches in your temple, in your heart, in your soul, your fellowship, your spiritual connection, you need to really delve into that on a personal level. And so, what better time to do that? By infusing magic into your life on a daily basis, it looks like several things. Like, for instance, waking up early, typically between the hours of 3 to 5 a.m. This is important because this is the Hebrew hours. This is the hour that is in honor of Aset, Asar, and Haru. And it is that time frame where a lot of spiritual portals are open. Your ancestors are open and there. So it's great for you to really build that meditation practice, that prayer life, in particular during that time. Especially for a woman, we need to really take the time to nurture ourselves and tend to ourselves like the flowers that we are, so that we're able to bloom and mature at a timely manner, opposed to not dealing with things and your growth process is hindered. Another thing, definitely, I've already mentioned, meditation is very important. I'll have a separate video about that because that's something that has practically reframed my whole outlook on self-love, supreme self-love, and garnering that empathy towards myself so that I'm able to heal even my past lives, even trauma that I have inherited. I want to also go into, I've mentioned journaling, but lastly, reading. Now, I'm an avid reader. I have a lot of books, but at times I'm kind of pulled away from reading, and it bothers me because I feel like, wow, it's something I really enjoy. It's something that really calms me and educates me, enlightens me, and especially someone that's very introverted, the interest that I have, I don't know not many people on a personal level that can share in those interests. However, when you read, it's something that is so fulfilling. And not only that, it's something that is necessary. It's necessary, especially during this time, because instead of putting a lot of negativity within your mind and your soul, put positivity in your mind. And not that all reading material is positive, because there's definitely the erotica and things like that, and that's not necessarily all bad. There's a time and place for it, but in particular when it comes to your spiritual growth, you want to really focus in on reading self-help books, memoirs, even some novels. Will focus on things that's going to really nurture you and heal you. A book that I really enjoy is Value in the Valley by Iyanla Vanzant. Um, and also, I've gotten into watching series that really are cerebral, that really pique my interest and feed my soul, and feed that part of me that is awake and aware and enlightened. And that series in particular is that I've been watching is Watchmen. It's really great, and it just really does something to my soul, to help me to realize that there's other people that are awakened and enlightened out there and know the truth about us. When I say us, I'll get into that soon to come. But that's all I have for this video. Definitely like, comment, and subscribe. Also share my video, and I'll have so much more to come. Until next time, I invite you to really take the time to build your spiritual life, to build a sacred place for yourself throughout the day, and particularly in the morning or late at night. Time alone when it's just you and yourself and creation, you and yourself in the universe, the ancestors, so that you can really get into the mind frame of building supreme love. You can actualize your fullest potential here in this very lifetime. It just takes you to really trust yourself and know that you are the embodiment of infinite potential, of infinite energy. You just have to tap into it. Okay? So until definitely next time, thrive and vibe high. Or I should say, vibe high and thrive.